My hair okay?
Yeah,
okay,
your hair's
sleep
lovely.
recording. Hey, it's Jay from Two Dudes Reviews, and
Saussteak stile grillet fajita recipe.
it's Friday, and today is Fajita Friday. Well, technically it's Fajita weekend. We're doing margaritas and fajitas tomorrow. And I was thinking about turning you on to the way, if you've ever been to a Taco Cabana down in San Antonio, Texas, it's kind of like In-N-Out Burger is on the West Coast. There's one at every single street corner. They compete with Whataburger. Taco Cabana does for the Mexican food, Whataburger does for the burgers. Anyhow, I have a hunch that I know the secret. However, I'm not 100% positive. But when I've made this recipe for my fellow Texas friends, what comes out, the end result is almost exactly, almost spot on, like the great fajitas you would get at Taco Cabana, which is fast food, but they do dynamite fajitas. So here's what we're gonna do. We're working with a flank steak right here. I've already cut up one flank steak on this side. If you want to use skirt steak, you may. The skirt steak is going to be certainly less expensive than the flank steak. If you do the skirt steak route, you want to add another day to the marinating process. I'm just trying to get a little bit of the fat content off of this one here. That's the way my wife likes it. Like you can see, I've already done one here. Before I get to slicing this up, I want to work in layers on this, so I'm going to take just a little bit of olive oil here. Sorry, scratch that, canola oil. Spray this down. Give my seasoning a little something to stick on there. This is the key. This is the key. Fiesta brand fajita seasoning. Now you can get this no salt, I don't recommend it. You can get it mesquite flavored, which is very, very nice. I'm just using the standard fajita seasoning here. You can find this at Walmart, you can find this at a lot of grocery stores. It's not available everywhere, but you can find it if you look hard enough. And I'm just gonna put a massive amount of this seasoning on here. In my mind, you cannot over-season these fajitas. We'll throw that on there like that, and start chopping up this one. We're gonna do a second layer on top, and then we're gonna throw our veggies on top of that. So we'll move to fast forward here while I'm chopping.
Can I stop?
Nope, go. I'm gonna fast forward this video. All right, now we're gonna add our onions. I like to peel away, I like to break up the onions a little bit to make sure that my marinade is going to easily get in between every single piece of onion here. I'm using yellow onion here. I would not recommend white onion. They can be a little hotter than the yellow onion. Yellow onion tends to be a little bit sweeter, and I would not use red onion on this. That's just that's a no-no in Texas. For our red, we're adding some bell pepper. And the bell pepper right here. And a lot of bell pepper goes in this. Kind of smash this all down here. And yes, my counter was clean, so we're good there. Place these along the sides. I want to make sure that when I put the lid on this sucker, it's going to be able to close up on me. It's going to be difficult. I can do that already. A little more of my oil. Make sure everything sticks in nice and good. A little more of the seasoning on top here. A little something like that. And again, I'm a firm believer that you cannot over-season these things. It smells delicious already. We're gonna marinate this overnight, about 24 hours. Another key ingredient, beer. Any kind of beer, doesn't have to be Bud Light. Down in San Antonio, I would use Coors Light, but whatever. You can use just a cheapo beer on this. This is another, again, one of your magic ingredients. We're just gonna add that beer to the entire fajita plate here. And it's gonna foam up real nice because of the salt content. We wanna try and get this as full as possible. About halfway there. Well, we have another beer. Of course, the best part about beer is you can drink whatever's left over. Ah, it smells delicious. I'm gonna stop right about there. We're gonna marinate this for about 24 hours. You don't wanna go any longer with that. Flank steak is it's a pretty nice cut. I mean, it's not a filet mignon, but it's not your least expensive cut that's out there. So it's gonna tenderize pretty quickly and pretty nicely. Again, if you want to use a piece of beef that it won't tenderize quite as quick, you can certainly use strip steak, skirt steak. But I find that this is a little bit easier. If you're going to go that route, just give it 2 days instead of the 1 day, and don't let this marinate for over 1 day. And then in the later part of the video here, we'll come back as I start grilling this stuff up, and we'll get a couple of people to give us a review on Two Dudes Reviews. All right, we're back. So it's day 2. These fajitas have been marinating now for about 24 hours. I threw them in last night about the same time. Now listen, you can do these fajitas, you can grill these suckers up over mesquite charcoal, mesquite hardwood. I prefer to do them outdoors on a grill. However, it's been snowing, now it's raining. It's relatively nasty here in the Truckee Meadows right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do these right here on the griddle. What I'm gonna do first is do a quick light coating of some canola oil, just to kind of make sure that these veggies aren't gonna stick. I'm gonna grill up the veggies first. We're gonna set those in an oven preheated to 170 degrees, keep them warm. We'll move on to the meat after that. The rest of my guests aren't here just yet. So this is what we did yesterday. Take a look at this here. And they've been marinating in the fridge, and man, they're looking good. You can totally see that marinade has come through these onions here and made them a nice, warm, almost caramely color. I'm gonna throw these on the grill. The grill is about 350 degrees or so. We'll grill these up, and we'll move on to the meat. Now with your meat, just like any other cut of beef, depending upon if you like medium rare, medium well, what have you, you can grill to your own liking. Some people like to have fajitas medium rare, and that's fine. Some people like them to be a little bit more cooked, and that's fine too. So we'll come back as soon as I start getting the meat on here and see where we're at, and then we'll wrap it up with a few reviews from some other people, because I already know these things are kick-ass. Okay, we're rolling, right?
You're rolling.
We just took the veggies off, put the veggies in an oven, preheated about 170. And again, we're doing this on a skillet in here. I brushed off as much of the the veggies have got a certain amount of sugars in them, so you're going to have some sticky goo on the top of your griddle here if you're using a skillet. So I scraped that off. I'm going to give it another quick shot of some canola oil and start putting the meat on here. And you want to keep your meat relatively separated from each piece. Obviously, I didn't do a great cut on this, and I just got juice all over me. The perils of cooking. And these are nice hunks of flank steak here, and a good cut. Again, as I said earlier on in the video, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Hot chick number 1. As I said earlier in the video, if you're going with a skirt steak, add another day to your marinade. If you're doing flank, if you give it 2 days, you're going to come out with really grainy stuff. So we'll come right back and we'll have our official reviewers. I'm not going to be a reviewer on this, but some hot chicks and my other buddy, Ross, who's filling in for Andy, who's not feeling well today, going to be doing a quick review on how these fajitas turn out, South Texas style fajitas, and we'll be right back. So here's the final product right here. We've got our fajita meat. We have our veggies. They've been sitting in 170-degree warmer. Our tortillas are warming up here on the grill. This is Christine. You met Christine with our vodka video. You can see the link right here. And you're the guest star reviewer tonight. What do you think about those fajitas? Tell me your initial opinion, or your initial thoughts. What are you tasting in there?
Well, the meat is a lot more tender than I thought.
Okay.
And the flavor is pretty amazing, and it's off the charts. Really good.
Okay. You're not just saying that because I'm standing here with a camera, right? Okay. All right. All right, Ross. What are you thinking, man?
He's like, wait, let me take a bite.
My tortilla crack.
The crack tortilla.
Crunchy. Oh, it's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No words necessary.
No words necessary. Okay. Look, you really want to get a true view.
Perfect.
You got to talk to kids because kids will never hold anything back. Honest opinion. What are you tasting there?
A lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor. Little pepper.
A lot of flavor.
Okay. Is it spicy? Too spicy? Not spicy
It
enough?
has a ting to it, but it's not that spicy.
Okay. Got a zing to it. How about you, Caleb?
Chug, chug, chug.
It's too spicy for you.
You idiot.
So spicy, very spicy. You'd call that on the pepper scale of 1 to 5. You call that about what? A 4, 4.5,
What? You got the apple.
or 3, or?
I say you try for yourself.
Okay. I would call that a thumbs up.
Very good. They're very good.
All right. Thumbs up over here. All right. It's Two Dudes Reviews and the perfect Texas style fajita.